Hello, my friend Fulya.
Hi,
How are
Yağmur.
you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm so excited. This week's topic, flipped lesson, flipped classroom, as you know.
Yes.
How do you feel about this topic?
Well, I read the article and watched the video, and
Me
I
too.
I liked I liked this week's topic
Yes,
much more
uh,
than the other weeks.
I think that the most I like is this week, this week's topic.
Mhm.
Uh, can we start?
Okay, let's start to talk about this week's topic. So we have a PowerPoint, as you know.
Yes.
I will share it with you now.
Okay. Uh, I
Yes.
want to start, if you are okay.
Okay, you can start, of course.
I want to start with definition of flipped classroom.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Flipped classroom means teachers processing by enriching his or her lesson with technological tools such as video. And as I said before, you need to know the formulas to learn mathematics, but you need to talk and do different activities to learn a new language. You need to use it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that flipped classroom is essential for students. I am sure that there is no student who does not like the lesson combined with technology.
Mm-hmm.
For example, there are many stories in the books, but it's a very different activity for a student to read a story in the classroom in a colorful way with the help of visuals. Actually, this is the flipped classroom. Maybe you can want to explain more detailedly.
Okay. Mm, First of all, I want to say that flipped classroom is a way of organizing learning. So
Mhm.
Bloom has a taxonomy about it, flipped classroom taxonomy. Mm, Understanding and remember is pre-classroom content, and the others are, as you see at the screen, are classroom activities.
Mhm.
When I watched the video, um, I I realized the process of flip class learning, flip classroom. So I want to mention about it. Students listen, first of all, students listen to the lesson and takes notes before the before the class, and basically understanding, remembering all information that the lecturer told, and then teacher gives the homework. This homework may be a comparing homework or preparing a presentation or someone else. So student um, goes home and writes the comparator essay about the topic. When student was doing the lower order thinking skills, now she or he starts beginning to analyze and apply the knowledge. So student begins to apply his knowledge and use it. Students do the lower order thinking skills at home so that they are got the basic remembering and understanding of something. In the class, we can do more of the higher order thinking skills. We can begin to do more group work and pair work and analyze and discuss the knowledge in the classroom.
Mm.
For English teaching, or maybe we can do presentations with groups. So I think that the key point of the flat classroom is doing lower order skills at home and doing the higher order thinking skills in the classroom. And so this is perfect when you are teaching online. There are two theories of this learning.
Mhm.
When we look at this picture, first one is the traditional education and second one is the flipped education. At first picture, we can see that here is a lecturer and giving details about a topic, and then student goes home and the student does activities. This is traditional method, but with flipped classroom, student watch video at home and then he or she gets some information, tries to understand the topic, and then in the classroom, students do activities together. So there are two theories of learning. In home, we use behaviorist and individual theories, and in class, there are cooperative and group peer theories. So let's remember that flipped learning is not a theory of learning, it is a way of organizing learning. With this way, students do the kind of behaviorist individual work at home, and in the class we can do more group and peer work and discussions.
Yes.
So that's it. I think that it is clear.
Yes, it's so clear, and I really like it, your ideas. I I agree with you about traditional and flipped learning or classroom.
Okay,
You are totally right.
thank you so much. And then I want to talk about the activities about the flipped
Mhm.
classroom. In flipped classroom, students engage with lecturers or other materials outside of classroom to prepare for an activity learning experience in the classroom. Teachers prime, yeah, I want to talk about teachers' role with flipped classroom. Teachers' primary role is monitoring, guiding, and supporting the students in this process. With first of all, um, students will have levels of understanding and comprehension after having completed the out of classwork. After assessing their understanding in the online environment, teacher may approach the in-class activities in one of two ways, such as individual or group-based activities. With this method, with this flipped classroom, individual learning can be beneficial if students have demonstrated difficulty with understanding the content or material introduced to them out of the class. So individual activities help students who need more individual reflective time to learn. Mm,
Mhm.
if it is necessary to give examples individual activities, I can say word maps, concept maps, or individual problem solving. And there are a lot of group-based activities such as think, pair, share, team metrics, think aloud, pair problem solving, case
Mhm.
studies, role play, reaction sheets, critical debate, group investigation, etc. We can give a lot of um, activities, but I think these are enough for now.
Yes, and actually, I want to give an example through our Tuncer Hoca's lessons.
Okay.
Um, can you remember, right?
Yeah, I remember, of course.
he taught us so many tools about language teaching or also learning.
Yeah,
We took videos and uploaded some applications.
they are
We saw, yes, we saw Second Life. We created blogs, as you said.
yeah.
We learned a new vocabulary every day thanks to the Wordsmith app.
Yeah. Still,
Yes.
that application sends me email every week.
Yes, me too. And although we are at university, we have learned and applied many effective knowledge and tools related to English. And I truly feel that I educated in this university with flipped learning, flipped classroom, like teachers Tuncer Hoca and Kenan Hoca. Also, I want to add Kenan Hoca provides so many resources for us. I believe that this is also flipped classroom. We can access some videos or articles accept our findings. And these examples also based on student autonomy. I believe that. And I also want to mention about autonomy. When I researched on the internet, I saw autonomy in flipped classroom. And I understand that autonomy based on flipped classroom. Every student is different and each of them learns differently. For this reason, to present the lesson in the same way all the time seems very wrong to me. Actually, in learning, most of the terms have connections each other. You know, autonomy, it means the ability to make your own decisions about what to do. We can focus on autonomy in two aspects. First of all, due to the fact that people learn at a different pace, lessons should be designed to accommodate individual needs. In response to that, flipped classroom model can be a perfect choice. And second, it's very important that students be trained to become independent learners. And flipped classroom is suitable for many types of courses because it allows students to learn English effectively and autonomously, particularly for language learning, which makes use of authentic materials or online sources in teaching. Flipped lessons can be used to facilitate students' learning in a more systematic way to acquire the target language. I think like this.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So I want to talk about now when you say autonomy. I want to talk about the effective of flip learning, flip classroom to teaching and learning English.
Autonomy is important, right? By the way,
Yeah, of course, it is
it
important.
seems very important to me, and I want to mention about that. And the autonomy and flipped classroom have connections each other.
Yes,
Yes.
autonomy is always important. I think
Yes.
teacher
Yes, you're
autonomy
right.
and student autonomy, they're
Yes.
important. So I want to talk about its effects to English teaching and learning.
Mhm.
First of all, I want to talk about general effects.
Mhm.
Generally, flipped classroom can provide several benefits. I think that if I
Mhm.
need to give examples, if I need to give examples, for example, free classroom time. Whenever you
Mhm.
want, you can watch the videos and opportunities for personalized learning. As you say, autonomy is a part of, I think, that this one. And opportunities for more student-centered learning, because of the collaboration and group pairs, and teacher is a guide. So not he or she is giving us the important parts of the lesson of the topic. Students watching them, searching them, and trying to understand them, and making group activities. So teacher is a guide and supporter.
Yes.
So this provides us student-centered learning, and thanks to the technological items and group works, it increased motivation of students, and there is a continuous connection between student and teacher. These are, I think, the general benefits, and it also brings many benefits for ELT classes and ELT teachers. I think that, including videos of real life situations where students can listen to native speakers and teachers can take advantage of they can take advantage of using rich content, and ELT teachers can develop new and customized ways to improve its effectiveness in their teaching environments. The flip model cannot be changed in its essence. However, the teacher implementing the model can modify it based on the needs and interests of students, content of the lesson, and the changeable dynamics of the classroom. So, what do you think about the benefits of flipped classroom? Do you want to add anything?
Yes, I want to add. I agree with you, by the way. And with Philip learning the opportunity to practice and develop their, students' linguistic abilities are basis. So it facilitated students' language learning. Too many different activities, many access to everywhere, every source, too many books or games. It's too easy to find these resources thanks to Philip learning, especially in language learning. Every information getting more valuable and practicable. And I strongly believe this. But I want to mention that besides these benefits, there are some challenges when implementing flipped language classrooms. For example, teachers had difficulty ensuring the successful completion of the pre-class learning activities by all students. Thus, teachers need to devote extra time outside of class to support students and monitor their learning when necessary. Also, the design and development of the teaching materials and activities of the flipped classroom, especially the creation of online learning materials, videos, and associated exercise, is time consuming. And additionally, it's challenging for teachers to consider all the contextual factors that can negatively influence the effectiveness of flipped classrooms. All these are difficult to overcome. Therefore, teachers are advised to collaborate. These are from article, but I also want to say that there was a sentence named Teachers Had Difficulty Ensuring the Successful Completion of the Pre-Class Learning Activities by All Students. I want to add something to this sentence. Not every student wants to do every activity in class. I mean that not every student wants to participate in the lesson, and this is true. But in flipped learning, as you know, there are so many different access. For this reason, creating participation is easy and effective. Being a teacher, knowing students and present different things to them is so hard. It's really hard. But teachers' hope is providing too many different things in classroom for their students. This is the best possible way for acquisition a language.
Yeah. I think you are right, and especially the participation of students part is
Yes. Mhm.
true. In classroom, maybe students can participate um, mm, more than the online education. With online education, students, I think that not every student participates in the lessons, so they cannot participate in group works or any other
Yes,
um, or any other collaboration. So
definitely yes.
it can be a important challenge for online education, especially.
Mhm.
And then I think that with flipped classroom, we are giving a lot of responsibility to learners. Mm,
Mhm.
we need to rely them that they are studying, watching prescribed videos, or reviewing important materials before the interaction. So we don't know student did students do them, but we need to rely them. So
Yes.
a lack of student discipline, especially for pupils, can be a problem. And also reaching teaching resources and equipment, technological tools, and lack of internet access can be challenges too, because not every children can access the internet. As you know, in the village there are students, a lot of students, and even today's world, a lot of students can't have any internet connection or PCs, tablets. We saw it with Corona. We saw it thanks to the Corona in this process. So these can be challenges, important challenges, I think that.
I'm sorry, you are saying discipline and some internet problems or computer problems can be a challenge, right?
Yeah, definitely, you're right. Yeah.
Yes, I believe in you. And um, although these challenges, I want to share something with you.
Mm-hmm.
Can you open?
Okay.
I found some perceptions of ELT students towards flipped classrooms on internet. These
Mm-hmm.
are real ideas, and we can see benefits of flipped classroom. There are some titles, and according to titles, students have perceptions.
Hmm.
Uh, may I read titles?
Yeah, you can, please.
Uh, Learning at one's own pace, advanced student preparation, overcoming the limitations of class time, and increasing participation. These are titles.
Titles, okay.
Yes, and these are some perceptions.
Will you read the perception? Can you read them?
Okay. The other benefit of the videos is that unlike the class times, we may replay the video whenever we need, and we may get the information that we missed before by watching the video again and again. And it's so great, I think. Watching the videos or reading the articles about the lesson beforehand gives us foreknowledge about what we are going to study in the lesson. I strongly believe that learning a language requires experience in the language. What I was trying to say was the class time is not enough to learn English. It's also good to be aware of the subject beforehand. Therefore, we get something to say in the class, even if it's just a small sentence. Based on comments from participants, a flipped classroom can contribute to a personalization with video lectures, which present opportunities to watch or rewatch lessons as needed. And moreover, with a variety of materials in addition to lecture videos, the flip can contribute um, even further to the individual needs of students. I think that. And these are so valuable ideas,
Definitely.
I think.
Especially the last one is so good, I think that because as you know, students have speaking anxiety, and
Yes,
if they have some knowledge about the lesson, um,
for the lesson, yes.
yes, as participant 22 said that they can
Mhm.
have a small sentence to speak, so it reduces the anxiety of students. I think that so. Of course, these are good um, good sentences about the topic, and due to the challenges, I think that um, we need to use flipped classrooms in our lessons, because in today's world with the um, changing conditions and new generation, we need to reach them, and this learning order can help us to do this. So I think that this is a important part of teaching and learning.
Yes, you're right. And I think that these perceptions explain flipped classroom. These are like summary of flipped learning.
Yes, certainly. You're right. So that
We have also flipped learning getaway to student engagement. I
mhm.
want to say this sentence also, and I really like it.
Yeah, it's a good sentences, and
Yes,
it
and
has
it's
a
suitable for our topic.
yes, yes. So thank you for your discussion, for your participation.
Yes, I think this is a very effective process
Mm-hmm.
for us,
Yes,
and I really like your ideas and participation.
yes, and this discussion is a part of our flip learning. I think that
Yes,
before
yes,
the
totally.
lesson, yeah, before the lesson, we read the article, and now we are discussing the
Yes.
group work. So,
Also, we present a PowerPoint or
yeah,
ideas.
yeah. So we are now living with flip learning. and flipped classroom. I want to say this when I am finishing. So thank you.
Mhm.
See you later.
Yes, see you later. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.